As creative professionals, we're all sitting on piles of information, from design concepts, notes, project briefs, material libraries, all very useful for the way we work. But when you start a project, or you're even halfway through one, it can feel like you're always starting from scratch. In this video, I'll show you how NotebookLM connects to Gemini to turn your files into a kind of knowledge base. So you can start faster, keep momentum, stay in the flow instead of digging through your files and folders. I'll go through how I use it in my workflows with use cases, and then I'll show you how to set it up so it fits the way you work. Let's look at NotebookLM. It's in notebooklm.google.com. If you're a Gemini user, go into your settings and help, and they've got this NotebookLM selection in your menu, which will open a new tab into NotebookLM. They've connected Gemini with NotebookLM, and that's what I'm going to show you in this video. You can see a whole bunch of notebooks. You can create a new notebook here by clicking the plus sign, and they've got featured notebooks. See what they're offering in the application. If I go into my YouTube video content notebook, on the left here are the source files, data that you use. In the middle is where you chat with Gemini, essentially, because this is powered by Gemini 3 now. On the right, they have all these tools where you can create an audio overview, so a kind of an AI podcast, two people speaking about the source material that you've given it. You can direct them to talk about specific aspects of it. I can select which sources to use for that podcast, for that information, or when you chat with your AI, you can limit which source files you want to access when it responds to you. So if I select here all sources, it's going to pick all of them. You've got others like video overview. It creates a kind of a presentation, a video presentation, basic one, presents your information in a certain way, creating a quiz or a report or infographics that you might use for your presentations. Play around with them. I'm not going to go over them in this video. Personally, don't find too much use for my work with them. Maybe a mind map, reports, and infographics might be useful for me sometimes. And you can share these notebooks. So, if you're working in a team on your projects, then you can share them and have access to these source files together. The big advantage of NotebookLM and what Google have done, you can load up to 300 source files. If you are a Gemini subscriber or you're a Google Workspace subscriber, so you've got that subscription to Google AI, you get access to NotebookLM Pro. You can upload up to 300 source files. If you look at ChatGPT and a regular chat, when you upload a file, you can load up to 20 files. Not a small amount, but it's not all that information that we all store in our folders on our hard disk. And the same with Gemini regular chat. If I just upload files here, there's a limit. This ability to load up such an amount of data gives a huge advantage over your regular language models. Now, the only comparable one that I've found currently is CoPilot from Microsoft. You have what's called CoPilot Studio, and you can build what are called CoPilot Agents, which essentially are like ChatGPT's custom GPTs or their projects or Gemini Gems, Claude projects. And what they have access to is up to 1,000 files. And the beauty of those Copilot agents is you can point them to an actual folder that's full of files. You don't have to upload, like here in NotebookLM, separate files. You can just say, here's a folder full of files of data. If you're a Copilot subscriber and you're in Copilot Studio and you have access to that, you can follow this video and see and use it in the same way. What I like about NotebookLM is it doesn't give you that standard Gemini, ChatGPT, Claude response, which is based on its system prompt, that friendly kind of general knowledge that it has, and answer you with that. Its answers are relevant to your sources. It's really focused on giving you an answer based on what's in here, not based on what it knows from the internet and all its knowledge that it's been trained on. So I've got this notebook called YouTube Video Content. And what I've done is I've added here all my links to my YouTube videos. I can upload files from my hard disk. I can upload URLs, so links to websites and links to videos on YouTube. So I added a list of URLs of links here. I can paste them in. I can also upload files from my Google Drive, and I can also just copy text in. I wouldn't use this because I would create from that text a Word document or a PDF and upload it as upload files here. And you can create sources from web searches as well. I've also uploaded video thumbnails. So all the thumbnails I've designed for my YouTube channel, my writing ban list, so words that I don't like to use. I've given it my 2026 strategic shift in how I'm positioning my content now. So my thoughts about this year. And I can upload other files on my writing style, the way I write scripts, my rules of writing scripts, which I should do actually, thinking about it. And now that I have all these source files, I can essentially talk to my videos, all the data that's in my videos in my YouTube channel. This brings me up to an important point for you, which I should have mentioned early on in the start. In your information, in your source files here, make sure you curate your data in here. Make sure you anonymize these sources. It's really important that you don't give personal information about your clients, information about yourself, about your business, because this is an AI that's being trained, by Google. And it's something that I say about to all my clients. Make sure you clean your data. And it's not only about safety, although that's a big issue. Make sure that's a priority in your how you share data online. We have the old saying of garbage in, garbage out. So if you just throw files of yours and you haven't looked through those files and you don't know what's in those files, if there's a lot of noise in those files, the AI is going to throw back noise at you sometimes, or quite often if there's a lot of noise. Go through your files, edit them. Make sure that you're putting in here only in the information that you actually wanted to see. If you've got a file that has really important information, but then halfway through it, it starts going into a topic that's not related, delete all that information, create a new file and put it into your sources here. Now, why is that useful? I remember I said something in a video. I don't remember which video it was, but I remember I said something about Gemini and its ability to do something. And I can just come in here and search. I can ask it questions. I got a question from a viewer about the video, manage ChatGPT memory for more consistency, asking where he can find the prompt in the video. I don't remember there being a prompt there. And someone asked me that. And I just didn't remember. Yeah, it's a video I'd made in the past. And it gave me a response. You're right, there's no specific downloadable prompt file linked to that video, but you do display the text using for custom instructions on the screen. And then later on, it actually tells me, but you explicitly mentioned your prompt template in the outro. And that's the thing that he must have talked about. I went back into the description and realized I'd forgotten to link that free prompt template that I usually give in my videos. I forgot to put that link in that description. I would have had to watch the whole video again and 20, 30 minutes of my life just to figure that out on my own, where here I can just come in. So it's a glorified search engine in a way, but it means you can access your data now just by asking questions here with your AI. How is this relevant to you? When you think about your use case, how does this case relate? If you're in marketing, selling your ideas, selling your projects, selling your products, you're on social media, you're creating content all the time. Imagine this like you have a little marketing department, creating a NotebookLM or notebook, which is your marketing assistant, and you put all your media content, your social media content, the rules, your branding rule book, your market knowledge, anything related to your marketing department. Even if you're a solopreneur or a small team, we all have to do our marketing. We can put all that information targeted for that part of our business. You can now have conversations only related about that subject. I'll give you another example. I've got designing an AI creative workflow for creative businesses. I've put in here exactly what I kind of talked to you. So what I've done here is I've given it my 2026 strategy. I've given it conversations I've had, transcripts I've had with my clients. I've gotten rid of important information there about them, personal information, email exchanges, discovery sessions. I've given it my ideal client list. What I did here is I went into Gemini and I clicked here deep research, and I had Gemini and ChatGPT. I did the same, asked it to research my market, ideal clients market. So I worked with an interior designer. I said to her, Gemini, research the kind of marketing that they do, the social media platforms they're on. What are their fears? What are their knowledge gaps? What are their dreams? How are they presenting themselves? What are the important aspects of their work? What are their pain points? I asked it to research as much about my clients as possible, and it gave me this long report, which, to be honest, I should read further. I should dig into it because it's actually quite dense. Yeah, all the information that the AI went and researched for me, I put into these source files. And I can keep adding to here because this is not enough, to be honest, for what my need is. So this is a notebook LM that is geared for my business strategy, the way I want to strategize my content, the way I do business, the way I work with clients. And I can now have conversations, which I've already had here. I said, we're trying to build a workflow and package to advise and guide interior designers, architects, similar designers, or professionals to transform their workflow to help grow their business. Now, it already kind of knows that from the information here in my sources, but I'm emphasizing. What I'm asking for is I want a workflow that I can present to them on a certain part of their business. Part of the advice that I give clients is when you start with a new client, what is that intake process? So I want to show them a workflow that they can use using AI tools to help them in that process fast. So I can now have this conversation with Gemini about how I can set it up. What are the tools that I can use based on the information that I've given it? And we start organizing that, and I can now start building the thought process around that. So I'm working only with these files, only about the subject, and it's not getting clouded by anything else. So imagine a use case for your design projects, your creative projects. You have been working for years on multiple projects, all those folders full of information about each and every project. What you can do, create basically a PDF of every single project, which requires work. Put it in a single file, in a Word document, in a PowerPoint presentation, some form, transcripts or project briefs with your clients. What is your design concepts? What were the color palettes? What were the materials, the suppliers list, the pricing, even if you want to share that with the AI. Anything that you feel is relevant for per project, create these files. So create a notebook that has all your project files in there. And now you can recall information because that's frankly, it's hard to remember all the work that we've done, all the details of what we've done in the past. But often we do find that we need to go back into our notes and remind ourselves, what did we do in that project that maybe I can use in this current project I'm working on? So you can do that. You can search, you can get that information quickly. Also, you can have past projects influence future projects by recalling that information and using or asking the AI design ideas, the design concepts. Now, the other big advantage of NotebookLM and what Google have done is I can call in a notebook into my Gemini platform. Even in a normal chat, if I click add files here, I've got here access to my notebooks. All my notebooks appear. And your Google account's open, and so is it open in NotebookLM, it can access that. Where's the advantage really? It's not that I can chat to a notebook here in a normal chat. The big opportunity here for you is that in your gems, your Gemini gems, and if you don't know how to build them, I've got a video on showing how to use them and how to build them. So if I go into a gem, so I've got all my gems here. If I click edit on one of them, so this is my YouTube assistant that helps me come up with ideas. Its description is, I'm a strategic YouTube creator's assistant able to generate ideas. And it has its instructions here. It's system prompt, it's master prompt. Because they gave us the ability now in the knowledge section to connect our notebook. So if I click plus here in my knowledge section in my gem to point it to my notebook as its knowledge files, 300 source files. In my case, it's got 53. I'll keep adding to it. And I should, because I've got some new videos that came out recently. I need to add those. And I gave it my 2026 strategy, and I can give it other knowledge files as well. So it has that extra context in which it's supposed to operate. So here is its instructions, its role, its context, the way it behaves. Let's call it its brain of how it's supposed to work with that knowledge that I've given it, which is the notebook. That is a huge advantage over, let's say, a ChatGPT project or a Claude project. And what does it mean for you? It means that you can now create these AI assistants, so in this case, a YouTube assistant or my personal assistant, which are two very separate things. My YouTube assistant is focused on my YouTube content. My personal assistant here is focused on my business strategy, my thinking partner for me as an individual, as someone running this small little business of mine. and creating this content, it has knowledge about my content. But what I've done with it is I've pointed it to a different notebook, which I showed, which is the business strategy, my market knowledge, my client knowledge about my clients and how they work and what their markets are. So imagine you've built a gem that is your project manager based on the use case that I shared earlier about imagine putting all your project files, all the history of your project with all their information in a notebook. And you've got a Gemini Gem that is your project manager that helps you work on new design projects that you're working on, for example. And now you can get Gemini to design with you. You can generate imagery by clicking on tools, clicking on thinking, and now you have access to Nano Banana Pro. And if you are building a project brief, if you've got a lot of imagery in that notebook, you can access that information to start generating new images, writing up new copy for your social media, or if you want to share what you've done in the past projects and you say, okay, I would like to do a social media post about the project I just did, which is in your notebook. And here in Gemini, you can start talking to it if you're in a gem that's instructed to do so in the right way, without having to constantly remind it or explain to it what its goals are, what it's supposed to give you, how it's supposed to write with you. You have to set up this kind of workflow to save the time that AI can save you. It's something that is being sold to us a lot. AI saves us time, but it only saves us time if we set it up right, if we actually build the infrastructure with it. It takes time. It does take a bit of time to clean your data, to write these master prompts, instructions in these Gemini gems. It's why I get paid. Yeah, I get paid to write these things for businesses. It's because it requires thought and iteration. But once you've written it correctly, then you're able to save that time that everyone's advertising the AI saves. Our job is to direct the AI. You can go into NotebookLM, put all the sources you want. Like I said, the most important aspect of that is curate it, clean it, make sure it's anonymized as I've explained. But the secret source is what lies here in your Gemini Gems instructions. And the same will be true in your Claude projects or your ChatGPT projects. These instructions is where it actually matters how it behaves. The behavior of your AI assistant is governed by your instructions inside your Gemini Gem. And it's really important that you write it in a certain structure that suits you, suits your needs. You can use my prompt template, my free prompt template that's downloadable. I'll link to that in the description below. It's built on the template of role, context, actions, and instructions. Of course, give it that role of who is this assistant, so it understands what its function is essentially. In terms of context, you'd want to write the context in which it's performing. Even though your source materials are saying that, it could be something as simple as, we design residential interior projects for private clients in the East Coast USA, focusing on functional spaces using the supplies, materials, design approaches, and decision patterns documented in our projects in your knowledge section. Specifically says what it is, what's our role together here. Yeah, what its role is. And then you're going to give actions and instructions and rules. For example, here I've given it a rule, non-negotiable goal. Match my voice and cadence as closely as possible based on patterns you learned from my past videos. You must not default to NotebookLM report mode. Yeah, because NotebookLM has a way of responding that is different to Gemini, the way the Gemini operates here in the Gemini platform. So I'm telling it, don't respond like that. Respond like how I want you to respond. So I'm giving it rules there, using sources, but don't get trapped by them. So very specific on how I want it to respond. I think I need to edit it a bit. It's a bit too formal, this particular gem for me. So I'll go in and iterate it. So that's what I do. That's how I help also clients. If you feel like you need an advice in building workflows using your custom GPTs or your Gemini gems, or how to use this kind of workflow and how to build a master prompt and how to build your AI assistants to suit your needs, because every one of us is different, then reach out to me. My link to my website and my LinkedIn is in the description below. That's what I do, build these AI assistants to suit your workflows. So that's NotebookLM and how it connects to Gemini to suit your projects, your workflows. Remember to click the like and the subscribe button. It'll go a long way to supporting me in creating more videos like this. So if you want to see how Gemini works, an overview, and how to build gems within it, then click on this video link here. Or if you want to see how to build an AI assistant that helps you build on-brand content, then click on this video link here.